What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Friday night at the half. I am Kevin Pillow. This is the Desert Sands Educational Foundation halftime show, and welcome to the CIF Southern Section Football Championship quarterfinals. And we've got two local teams still left in the mix. Unfortunately, none of them are from the Desert Sands Unified School District, but we are here to support all the young men out there playing under those Friday night lights. We'll get you up-to-date scores here in just a moment. We'll have the little ticker there on the bottom to keep you up to date on what is going on as we near halftime in both matchups. It is Rancho Mirage of taking on the road against Ventura High School, a very tough back and forth matchup between those two. And we've got ourselves an absolute defensive struggle up in the high desert. It is Twentynine Palms with their second consecutive home game. This one against Village Christian. We'll again get you some updates here as we near halftime in both of those games. Thought we'd chime in a little early. If you've got things to chime in with, you can do so by hitting us up on Twitter at prepsports_net. For those of you who are watching us on Twitter, what's up, Twitterverse? Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I'm having a great day. We'll get you the highlights here. No shill here, but it's Disney Plus Day, so I'm having a really fun day. I've been nerding out all day, and I hope you guys have been too. Speaking of nerding out, I want to say what's up to my good friend Craig Campbell from CoachellaValley.com. Had a chance to hang out with Craig last weekend, part of the Desert Sands Educational Foundation Express. It was a blast, raised a ton of money for the Desert Sands Educational Foundation. Thank you so much on behalf of Sean Webb and everyone with the foundation. Thank you so much for those who donated and were a part of last weekend's just tremendous event. And again, thank you for the two homeowners whose names elude me at this time, who lent out their homes for us to visit and just kind of socialize. Last weekend. It was an absolute pleasure, and thank you so much. And again, thank you to all the sponsors who were a part of the Desert Sands Educational Foundation Express last Saturday around the Coachella Valley. Also, I want to send a shout out real quick as we again near halftime officially with some of these games. Right now, it is 21-13 with less than a minute to go until halftime. 21-13 Ventura comes in 6-4 on the year. Rancho Mirage 7-3 overall on the year. So the Cougars trying to drive up the score back up to a 2-score game. They have turned the ball over on downs. Right now, the last update was from about 2 minutes ago. Ventura turned the possession over on downs. Rancho Mirage has the ball on their own 11-yard line, trailing by 1 score. So we will get that for you here. We are live from the Prep Sports Net studios. And we're going to talk about here in just a couple of moments about what's the future of the Desert Sands Educational Foundation halftime show. And we will have to leave that up to you. What do you guys want to see and hear from us? Hit us up in the comment section if you're watching us on Facebook. Go ahead, drop us a little comment. Let us know what you like about the show, what you would like to see in future installments. We're thinking about doing basketball. We're thinking about doing soccer. Maybe we'll even try to do something with baseball. It really just depends on you guys, what you guys want to watch. And again, thank you so much to the Desert Sands Educational Foundation. Let's take a look real quick at the other game going on right now. It is with less than 2 minutes to go. 29 Palms just intercepted the ball, and they have taken over possession late in the second quarter. It is still 9-7 in favor of Village Christian, the Crusaders, the nickname for Village Christian. Again, I am Kevin Pill, the voice of reason, the one true voice of high school sports in the Coachella Valley, at Voice of Reason 23 on all social media platforms. Thank you again for those who began following me, stalking me, whatever it is you want to call it on social media these days. Again, we are nearing halftime in tonight's matchup, and we want to hear from you guys, the fans. I know there's not a lot left out there. I know all of our great teams from the Desert Sands Unified School District are out. Want to send a real quick say thank you to Shadow Hills, to Palm Desert, who did a fantastic job at representing the Desert Sands Unified School District as participants in this year's CIF Southern Section football championships. Speaking of playoffs, there is other action going on, and that is tomorrow morning at one of the most prestigious racing facilities in all of the world, and it's right here in Southern California, and that would be Mount Sac. I believe that is where tomorrow the CIF Southern Section cross country prelims will take place. I could be wrong. We'll check in with that here in just a couple of moments. And again, we are nearing the half, just a few moments now away from halftime in both of these games. Trying to get another update for you from Twentynine Palms. It is still 9-7. See what Rancho Mirage is doing. Take a look at that score. Still 21-13. And it is official. It has gone to the halftime. We mentioned that with less than a minute to go, Rancho Mirage turned the ball, Ventura turned the ball over on downs, and it looks as if though Rancho Mirage gave it right back, and we're getting this in, an attempted field goal. Does not say how far out it was, but a fourth down field goal right before halftime is missed by the Cougars of Ventura High School, and they will take the one score lead into the half. So that game officially has gone to the half. I want to say welcome to everybody from Ventura. What's up, Ventura? Want to say all of our Rattler fans there in Ventura, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a great time. Go Rattlers. Hopefully they can pull it out here. So again, I want to say thank you and welcome to everyone watching there. So the last time I checked, and I could be absolutely wrong on this, and I'll be the first to admit that, is the growing up and up until just a few years ago, the cross country finals were always at Mount San Antonio College, Mount Sac, for those of you keeping track at home. And I think they are back there. I know for a bit they were actually, and I apologize, I'm looking this up on the CIF Southern Section Facebook page to get an update on that. And I do not have that information. By the way, I want to take this opportunity to say congratulations to all those who made it as far as they could in the volleyball, water polo, golf, and tennis playoffs. Job well done on behalf of all of us here. Just what a fantastic job you guys have done. And it is back at Mount Sac. It looks like some of the cross country heats have gone off today. I don't have an update yet, and we will try to get that for you here momentarily as to what some of the local teams did in the prelims. I know there was a handful of players, handful of runners, that were in that preliminary race. Usually it runs on Saturday, so maybe they did part of it today and part of it tomorrow. So I know that they've done that in the past. Pardon me, I'm trying to get the updates for you here. I do want to say a special shout out though to La Quinta High School basketball player Malachi Morel signed his letter of intent to play his basketball, college basketball at Cal Poly Pomona. So congratulations to Malachi. Yeah, we wish him the best of luck. And yeah, don't have any updates for you on cross country. But nonetheless, want to send another a bit of information out. Former high school football coach who spent many years at Coachella Valley High School, Walt Kreiner, passed away earlier this year. His celebration of life here in the Coachella Valley is taking place this weekend. So, an absolute legend in the East Valley will be honored this weekend. So, I'm sure you could get more information about that online. So, again, want to say thank you to those watching in Rancho Mirage. Update for you: less than a minute to go. This just in. Twentynine Palms rushes in for a touchdown. It is now 14-9 in favor of the Wildcats of Twentynine Palms. Again, a home game for Twentynine Palms as they lead late in the second quarter against the Crusaders of Village Christian. The reason I emphasize that too, and I want to get your guys' opinion, if you want to leave a comment on Facebook or on YouTube or on Twitter at prepsports_net, do us a favor, hashtag it DSEF halftime. A lot of people not real happy with the format of the CIF Southern Section picks, for the lack of better words, in regards to how teams are selected, how teams are seated. Not everyone's going to get a home game. Okay, it's foregone conclusion. But you can look no further than the selections of the two leagues here in the Coachella Valley, of just how kind of odd these seedings were. You have Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, 29 Palms, all teams who didn't technically. 29 Palms, I know, will lay claim to the Desert Valley League Championship, but they really didn't. It was Coachella's. But you have 29 Palms, Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, all finish outside of the league championship. They get home games. Okay. It happens. Shadow Hills, also a team that did not finish in the upper echelon, so to speak. Well, they finished second, but they get a home game. Xavier and Palm Desert share the league championship, and both have to go on the road. Xavier Prep, that was tough against Aquinas. Palm Desert against goodness gracious, I think it was Chaparral. That's what it was. And then Coachella, probably with the best record of the year, at 8-2 overall, and only lost one league game, has to go on the road against Coachella. Now, a lot of people, after the fact, really kind of dumped on Coachella, and I guess not really their fault. They schedule who they schedule. It is tough, and we want to welcome in our fans from 29 Palms. It is official. It has gone to the half. Welcome in, everybody watching and listening to us from the high desert. It is now 14-9 at the half. We are now officially at halftime on both of our games left. The CIF Southern Section Football Championships quarterfinals, Division 9, Rancho Mirage 13, Ventura 21, in Division 11, 29 Palms 14, Village Christian 9. Just for giggles and grins, we can take a look at some of the other scores going on around Southern California. Now, a lot of eyeballs are on this. I was trying to get us the update on some of the Division One games, but not updating. Max Prep's not updating. Um, but a busy night. This was opening night for Division One. Division One going to a more limited schedule, and I don't know officially if it's because um, I'm sure that they're trying to keep Division One of the CIF Southern section a little bit more exclusive. But you got to think about just in the last few years. I mean, some of the teams that used to be in that upper echelon of teams are no longer there. Let's see if I can pull up the brackets for football. The Oh my goodness, trying to find it for us here. Um, and again, want to say welcome in to all of our fans listening from around Southern California. Yeah, trying to get some updates for you. And again, Max Preps really not cooperating right now. It must be just a ton of people just flooding the website. So let's take a look. There we go. Southern section. There's the Division One brackets for those who are interested. We have Mater Day and Norco. That game is going on, I believe, right now. And Corona Centennial Mission Viejo, that is going to be an absolute barn burner of a game. And let's see if we can get a score update on that one. If you're interested. If you're not, hit us up in the comments. But take a look and see. 14-7. It is late in the second quarter. 14-7. Centennial leading in that game against Mission Viejo. Centennial 10-0 on the year. Mission Viejo is 9-1. And St. John Bosco versus Los Al, and Santa Margarita versus Servite. Now, remember that Santa Margarita team is the exact same. Well, not the exact same, because it was probably about 8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago. But that school, Santa Margarita, that program in Division One is the school that came out here and played La Quinta High School. And I talked with a couple of coaches last week, and they said that slowly but surely that is a direction that some of the schools out here are going to go. They have to. To be the man, you have to beat the man. Simple as that. And that's the way it's going to have to be. And you had coaches like Dan Armstrong for so many years that was his philosophy. I would rather go 0-5, 0-4, 0-5 in non-league than play a bunch of popcorn games and go undefeated. And I think that you're going to see schools start to adopt, for a lack of better terms, you're going to see some teams adopt the quote unquote Dan Armstrong approach to scheduling a preseason schedule. And I think it's going to only make the leagues out here better. I know that it's something that in my ear, and I don't speak for Ron Shipley, but in my time spent with Ron, I got to imagine that over a period of time with Coach Zero at Indio, that is something that Indio probably would do. I'm guessing. I would imagine Patrick Rivenis, a product of Dan Armstrong. He coached as an assistant at Palm Desert before taking the job at La Quinta. Probably thinks the same thing, but he has to build that program up. He has to get players in there. He has to get players to adopt and adapt to what he has going on. And I think too is what's going to help out here. And I know that some will say the opposite is true, but I think what needs to happen out here as well is programs need to stay where they're at. Kids need to stay where they're districted. Enough of this moving around stuff. If you're districted for Palm Desert, if you live in the city of Palm Desert, go to Palm Desert. If you're districted for La Quinta, go to La Quinta. If you're districted for Coachella, go to Coachella. For Desert Mirage, Desert Mirage. For Cathedral City, Cathedral City. DHS, Banning, Yucca, 29, Shadow Hills, Indio, whatever it may be. Stay where you're at. You're only going to make those programs better. And I know there's a lot of emphasis on winning. We talked about a few weeks ago at halftime, talked about this overemphasis on D1, hashtag D1 bound. Yeah, I would put your emphasis somewhere else. And making yourself a better team player, because guess what? What happens when you go to the NCAA? If you're a good enough player, guess what happens when you go to the NFL? You had better be a good team player. I know that the Sports Center makes a career and makes them a lot of money out of highlights, but I'm telling you right now, make yourself a better team player. Case in point, I mean, look at the championships that were won with the New England Patriots. Team football. USC was a powerhouse in the early 2000s, and I know I'm showing my bias. For those of you know, I'm a diehard USC fan. They played total team football. They had a really good defense. Offense spoke for themselves. Heck, even their special teams was good. I mean, they had good punt coverage and good kickoff teams. I mean, they were constantly with touchdown. Total team football. Okay. And you're only going to make your team better by staying where you're at. That's my philosophy. That's my 2 cents. Still at the halftime, it is 14-9 in favor of 29 Palms. 29 looking to advance to the semifinals. So is Rancho Mirage. They trail by a score at the half. I would bring you an update from the game, but unfortunately, neither 29 Palms nor neither 29 Palms nor Ventura, the two home teams, are what's it called? Streaming on NFHS. So sorry about that, guys. Real quick, the scores nearing halftime in Division 1. Again, St. John Bosco 35, Los Alamitos 17. Servite 10, Santa Margarita 0. That game has just gone to the half. Also at the half, Mater Dei High School 21, Norco 14. Really strange to see Norco there in Division 1. I'm almost positive. I used to do a radio show. Just about 8 years ago, I started a radio show. Did it for about 4 years. I'm almost positive Norco was playing in one of the divisions. Probably played Palm Springs. I could be wrong. Do a little research on that. But I'm almost positive Norco was well below D1, at least in the CIF Southern section, D1 status. Norco trails by a touchdown at the half, 21-14 over Mater Dei. And we mentioned before, Corona Centennial leads by just 1 point in the second quarter over Mission Viejo. That is probably one of the best games in the country right now. And looking around at some of the other big games around the country, I mean, this has been a absolute phenomenal past few years in high school football, and it's trying to pull up some of the. Well, that's not going to work. I was going to try to pull up the top 25 if you were interested, but nonetheless, we'll move along. Again, 14-9 at the half. Twentynine Palms leading. We're just waiting for a report back from Ventura, and to see if Rancho Mirage has gone to the third quarter, and they are underway. So they start off right with a bang. Rancho Mirage, Ethan Zamora with a long pass to Brandon Wilson. They are in the red zone, trailing by 1. So let's get you, hopefully get us a score update here before we sign things off. And let us know, guys, in the comments below what you want to hear me talk about. I want to give you guys the keys to the kingdom. You know, I'm a radio junkie. There was a guy out of San Diego. His name was Hacksaw Lee Hamilton. I'm going to bore you with some radio talk here in just a second as we wait for Rancho Mirage to potentially put one in the end zone here. They're inside the red zone, just underway in the third quarter. So there's a guy, love listening to him, out of San Diego, and he says, you guys are in control. He would lay out the headlines. You guys call in, let us know. Maybe that's something we should do. Is that something you guys want to be involved with? Maybe we can pull something off like that. You guys can put us a comments. If you're following us on Facebook, just leave us a comment. Want to throw this out here real quick for you guys before we let you go. And once again, thank you so much to CoachellaValley.com. Craig Campbell, thank you so much. Another job well done this year. Go out, follow him on all social media platforms. Most specifically, give him a follow on Twitter. Super active there, and as more content will be coming, I know he's doing a lot of stuff there, but CoachellaValley.com, go to their Twitter account or wherever on social media and follow. They give them a follow. Thank you so much to Sean Webb. What a phenomenal guy. I've known Sean for the better part of 10 plus years. He is a fine human being, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. I can't say enough nice things about Sean, and he does a phenomenal job with the Desert Sands Educational Foundation. And again, if you guys want to get involved, I'm sure there's a link that you can find on the Facebook page, on the YouTube page, on the Twitter account, wherever you guys are watching right now. And looking to see real quick, trying to get an update for you. Did they put it in? Still wait. 3rd down and 8. Oh my goodness. They were inside the 10 and turned the ball over on downs. Ventura with the football. Third down and 8 now for the Cougars. In deep in their own zone. So Rancho Mirage starts off the third quarter with a red zone possession, and they turn the ball over. Oh my goodness. LD has got to be beside himself right now. What a turn of events up there in Ventura. And we're going to take you to the end of this. Hopefully, let's see if Twentynine Palms have gone back. They had that was a late second quarter for the for the Wildcats. So we're not going to be able to wait for them to come around. So good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck tonight. Good luck to Ventura and to Village Christian. Good luck to Rancho Mirage and Twentynine Palms. Hopefully, for whoever you pick wins tonight. Thank you again, CoachellaValley.com. Thank you, Desert Sands Educational Foundation. Thank you, Craig Campbell, Sean Webb. everybody who's doing a phenomenal job. If this is the last time we talk, thank you so much. Thank you to Chris Culian from Palm Desert High School. Thank you to everybody who has come on the show this year. And if you're a coach, player, administrator, and you've got something to talk about, hit us up on our social media accounts. And maybe next year we'll have you guys on. But again, let us know in the comments if you want to see us for football, or sorry, for basketball. If you want to see us for soccer, whatever it is, we will do it. Let us know. If you guys are interested, we'll do it. For me, I'm out of here. Enjoy those Friday night lights. Thank you so much for spending your Friday nights with me. Maybe, just maybe, we'll see you next week. Have a good night, guys.